With Week 12 currently underway with these MAC games going on midweek, I want to take a few minutes and preview and talk about some of the top quarterback matchups heading into the weekend and what each of these quarterbacks need to do to be successful. And to do that, we're going to look at some film from each guy and just look at one play to kind of give an example of what we want to see. So it's going to be different for each guy. For example, one guy may have an easier path than the other guy depending on whose team is better, right? So one guy wants to take what the defense gives him, one guy wants to push the ball downfield. So the quarterbacks we're going to preview, we're going to go through Ohio State, Michigan State first. Then we're going to get into Oregon and Utah, followed by Wake Forest and Clemson. And then we're going to end with Oklahoma and Iowa State. Almost forgot off the top of my head. One of those may be out of order, but regardless, those are the 4 games we're going to preview and look at what each quarterback needs to do or avoid to be successful. So before we get into the actual film, I just want to encourage you all to consider subscribing to the channel if you like any quarterback-related content. Let's get into the film. So C.J. Stroud going up against Michigan State, and I went back to the Minnesota game, and this is actually, I think, the first play of the game, maybe the first completion, because I think Michigan State is going to try to muddy the waters a little bit. So if I'm C.J. Stroud, all I want to do, make some easy throws here, right? I don't think you have to push the ball downfield right off the bat. Now, I do think it could potentially be there, but if I'm C.J. Stroud, if I'm Ohio State's offense, let's just make some easy throws, let your receivers make plays like they have been doing. I mean, Stroud's been on fire lately. The receivers have been on fire. Michigan State's going to try to stop that. Let's make some easy throws, right? That's a good, 10-yard gain? No, not quite 10, 5-6-yard gain. First down. That's all we need to do right there. So again, nothing too crazy here for C.J. Stroud. I think some deep shots are going to be there, but initially, Michigan State's going to try to take that away, right? Get some pressure. So let's just make some easy throws here if you're Stroud. Let your receivers do the rest here. Great. So let's go ahead and check out what Michigan State's quarterback Payton Thorne will need to do. So I apologize for this grainy footage right here, right? Not as good as the ones we just watched, but Payton Thorne, Michigan State quarterback, what he's going to need to do to keep up with this Ohio State offense is make throws like this. This is a touchdown throw, a nice little route from the slot receiver here against Maryland, and we're going to see a very accurate throw downfield, but it's going to take these type of throws. Let's see if we can see it. Boom, right? So perfect. It was pretty good coverage, actually, but a perfect ball laid kind of in the quote-unquote breadbasket, if you will, for a touchdown against Maryland. So again, Payton Thorne, Michigan State quarterback, going to have to make perfect, accurate downfield throws to keep up with this Ohio State offense. So I feel pretty confident saying that Clemson's defense is going to slow down Wake Forest's offense much more than they've been used to. But I still think Wake Forest is going to be able to put up some points, and Clemson's going to have to be able to counterattack, if you will. Now, they should be able to with Wake Forest's defense, but let's go ahead and look at what throws DJU is going to have to make. This is an incompletion, but you're going to see the receiver running open here, right? Now, it gets batted down line of scrimmage. But you still want to make these type of throws if you're DJU, especially against Wake Forest. We see blitz coming in here, so there's space right here, even though this backer or the safety is kind of creeping up here because he gets out of the way. Now the defender knocks it down, but let's go back real quick and see the open receiver that is there. Boom, right, so the receiver is coming open there. So if you're DJU, you're going to have to hit these type of throws when the receiver is getting open just to keep up with Wake Forest's offense. Now, again, I don't think they're going to be scoring a ton of points like they have been doing, but still from DJU's point of view, you're going to want to hit these throws to, 1, get the lead and keep the lead, or 2, be able to keep up with Wake Forest's offense in some regard, some way, shape, or form. So again, DJU just hit these type of easy throws here against Wake Forest. So Sam Hartman, Wake Forest quarterback, I don't think the receiver is going to be as wide open as they have been the past few games against Clemson defense, but I still think there's going to be opportunities there. I just think it's going to be tighter window throw. So I try to find a throw that I thought could maybe imitate what we could see against Clemson. So we're going to see a deep out route here. I know at the bottom of the screen is going to run out of the broadcast footage, but we should still see it. It's a tighter throw. So I think Hartman, to beat Clemson, is going to have to make several throws again and again against very tight coverage against this defense. So we're going to see ball comes out now. He's off the screen. Boom. But you see it's much closer coverage, right, than what you've seen against some of the other schools, even against NC State, right? They put up 40-something points. Tight coverage. Receiver able to break loose and pick up more yards after the catch here. But again, making throws in a tight window is something Hartman's going to have to do, and do it consistently to beat Clemson. So this play won't look like much, quarterback Anthony Brown for Oregon, but I think it's a good job showing his ability to kind of just play intelligent football and just manage the game, say what you want about him. But I think it's going to take plays like this to beat Utah's defense. I think scrambling some and just being smart with the football, right? Whenever they give you 10, 12, 15 yards on the ground, go ahead and take it. Well, maybe close to 20 yards on the ground, but you go ahead and take it, right? You don't force anything. So to beat Utah, I think you're going to have to not have any turnovers. They're going to be, play tough defense and be smart. Sorry, it's loaded in for whatever reason. Let's see if it will keep going. Okay, here we go. And we'll watch one more clip of Anthony Brown. But again, just an example. I think he's going to have to run the ball and take care of the football to beat Utah here. Of course, make throws as well, but I think this can really be the X factor in the game to beat Utah. So Cam Rising, Utah quarterback here. Going to look like a very basic, easy play, and it is. It's a crossing route that he hits over the middle. But I think design plays, whether it's play action or quick kind of crossing routes here to get the ball out quick to limit the pass rush by Oregon, I think is the recipe for the Utah's offense, or at least for the passing game, right? Hopefully you can get the run game going and then have some play action. But just strictly from the pass game, if we take out the run game, these type of throws here that don't take too long to develop, I think are probably the best bet for Utah. Cam Rising, again, still some pressure. Gets there, gets the ball out quick, open receiver underneath here, able to get upfield for a first down. So just plays and play designs that get the ball out quick for Rising to avoid the pressure of Oregon and to avoid any unwanted play. So again, Cam Rising for Utah, get the ball out quick, avoid pressure from the Oregon Ducks. All right, so Caleb Williams for Oklahoma. Again, they are the favorite against Iowa State, and they should win, but still, Iowa State's always a tough out for Oklahoma, and I think I do think Iowa State actually has a legitimate chance to win. But if you're Caleb Williams, what you want to do is avoid these type of plays. Now, this isn't a turnover here, but we saw some kind of plays like this against Baylor, right? Now, what makes him so good is his ability to make plays like this and to scramble and to have big plays. But you want simple stuff, right? Get the ball out quick, get the run game going against Iowa State, and avoid just these type of I don't know if Johnny Manziel plays the right way to describe it, but you want to avoid these type of plays because that very well could have been a pick and probably should have been a pick, right? So these type of plays you want to avoid if you're Caleb Williams, and I think if you avoid these plays, typically the defense gives you and play just simplified football, Oklahoma should win this game. But if you try to make the big play too often, and I think that's how Iowa State can stay in the game and can potentially force a turnover here. We'll watch this one more time just to kind of hammer home the point here. So again, Caleb Williams for Oklahoma, avoiding these type of plays. Take what the defense gives you. Don't keep Iowa State in the game. They got a quarterback who can play good football at times and lead them back. So again, avoid these type of plays. So Brock Purdy for quarterback Iowa State. Since I talked about what Caleb Williams needs to avoid for Oklahoma to win the game, I'll go ahead and use an example in a play of what Iowa State and what Brock Purdy needs to avoid for Iowa State to win the game. The last thing you want to do is interceptions or turnovers. So again, consistent football from Purdy is what you're going to need to win this game. And luckily, he's had some good games against Oklahoma in the past, but you want to avoid these type of plays. We're going to see an interception down here. It's not necessarily a bad read, just a bad throw, right? So again, we'll go ahead and watch this. Boom. So he's actually, I don't mind the throw there. It's just not a good throw. I don't mind the read there, right? If you're going to make that throw it way out into space where only your guy can go get it or no one's going to be able to get it. So you want to avoid that type of throw there and avoid the interception. Again, you don't want to give Oklahoma more possessions than they already have. So again, for Williams and for Purdy, it's avoiding bad plays. If they both avoid bad plays, it could come down to a pretty good, clean football game. But I'm assuming at least there's going to be at least a few kind of head-scratching throws from each guy. So again, these are our top quarterback matchups heading into the weekend, and we just gave a quick example of what type of plays or what type of game these quarterbacks need to play to be successful. But I want to hear from you. What other quarterback matchups are you looking forward to? What other quarterback play are you looking forward to? Let us know in the comments below. We'll see you next time on the next quarterback-related video.